Hello everyone. Today we are learning how to connect our Django API views to URLs. So we can use them in the browser or Postman. In Django, every web page or API must be linked to the URL path. We do this using a file called urls.py. There are usually two levels of URL configuration in the Django. First is project level URL configuration and second is app level URL configuration. Then the project level URL file, which is found inside the main project folder. For example, our project folder is bookstore. And inside it, this is our main project level URL file. And then second is app level URL file, which is found inside your app folder. So this is your app. Inside it, we will create a urls.py file, which will be our app level URL file. Then So let's start with the app level URL configuration. Inside the books folder, we create a file name urls.py. So let's create it. Inside our books app, right click on it, new file, name it urls.py. This is where you define API routes specific to the app such as /books or /books/1 and so on. This keeps each app's routing separate and clean. For example, if you have another app like students, it can have its own urls.py. Now let's see the code. And what is DRF default router? The default router provided by the DRF, which automatically handles the creation of all standard CRUD operations, API routes for a view set, and it saves the writing of the all path manually. So let me copy this code from here of app level routing and paste it here. So here, let me make it properly. Now here, from Django URLs, import default router. So let's break it down. We import default router from DRF. This saves us from manually writing every URL. Then we register our book view set with the path books. Here you can see inside the explanation, the router automatically creates these API routes with the GET request and URL/API/books, which list all the books. Then with the post request/API/books, add a new book. With the get request/API/book1, get a single book by the ID. Then with the put request/API/book/1, update a book, and so on. Finally, we include all the router generated URLs in the urls.py file. Now let's move to the project level URL configuration in our main project folder. You can see here is the folder structure and here is the code. Let me copy this from here and paste it inside the main project folder url.py file. Scroll up a bit. Below the admin path, we don't need this because we have imported it earlier. And also we don't need this. Admin also we have written earlier. We only need this, only this line. So copy this line and paste it here. Delete it. Okay. Include is not defined. We have to import include also. Include and save it. Now, this file connects your main project to the app's URLs. When someone visits /API, Django will look into the books/urls.py file. So the full API path becomes /API/books. Okay. Now let's test it. So open your terminal, run your Django project and go to the URL /API/books. This will show the list of your books if you have added some data. So let me run this server. Python manage.py run server. Now server is running on this port. Go to /API/books and enter. Not custom create actually. If you remember in our previous lecture, while we learning the models, we were created the model called the Python the series. So that's why it is showing here with the ID 1. To add a book, we send a post request to the same URL with the book detail. Once added, you will see the book. You will see the new book in the list when you refresh. So let me add some data here. Uh, we suggest to use the JSON format. Add title. Let me add PHP the old king. Author as Stephen. Price to be 200. Publish date maybe if I send a post request, and you can see our PHP the series with the price 200 is created successfully. Now let's summarize what we have learned today. URLs.py maps your API views to URL path. Default router auto generates routes for you. You register your view set with the router. Project level URLs.py connects everything together. The final endpoint look like /API/books. Like this, project level URLs.py connects everything together. And just like that, you have connected your API views to the URLs using Django REST framework. Thank you.